Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of We the Ones podcast. You know me. I'm your host, Big TD. I have two special guest co-hosts joining me tonight. The guy in the middle, from the A to the H. I got my boy John joining us tonight. The guy on the far right, my brother from another mother. We got Delton in the building. Fellas, what's going on?
Man, what's going on?
Good,
Appreciate you for
what's good,
having me.
man. What's up?
How y'all living? Y'all good?
Man, you can't complain.
Cooler.
Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, leave us a comment. We appreciate all the feedback and support. All right, fellas. We just finished watching the game, man. Game 2, we got the Thunder defeated the Pacers 123 to 107. The series is tied now. What did y'all take away from the game, man?
Man, what a game. I can say the Thunder, they definitely played the defense, they played very aggressive. They definitely closed the game out. That was a good thing. They showed the Pacers like, okay, Pacers tried to cut into the lead, but the Thunder showed like, nah, we're not going for it like we did game 1. So that was one takeaway from the game.
Because when you look at the game, right? This game here, it seemed like the Pacers, they turned the ball over a lot. OKC's got such a suffocating defense. And Indiana's a team where they, score off transition buckets, score off turnover buckets. Tonight they didn't get much of that. OKC didn't turn the ball as much, and OKC got a lot of points from their bench. They got like 45 points from their bench. You got Wiggins, who played well tonight. You got Caruso, who played well. You got Shea. Shea's gonna be Shea. He's the MVP. Mm-hmm. So we got what we expected from him. Another thing I want to say is just overall defense, like just the overall effort. When they came out tonight, they want to make sure they had no doubt, to make sure they win this game tonight. So with Indiana, I want to say Hallie wasn't as aggressive as he needed to be at the beginning of the game. He's got to pick and choose what he wants to be. Is he want to be, that guy to just, sit back and just let everybody do it? Because he's got to be, for them to win and for them to be successful. He's got to be aggressive because that's when they're at their best.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Pacers didn't really have the first half they wanted to. Like Pacers really started off crazy slow compared to their last game. It didn't even off rip. You could have tell it wasn't going south from the like off rip.
Yeah, and you got guys like Nembhard didn't. They played okay. You got guys like Siakam. Siakam only had 15 points. None of these guys on the Pacers is gonna blow you away from for like 30 and 40 points. But I just feel like it's just their field goal percentage. They didn't shoot well from the field tonight. You got guys that was making buckets. I think Nesmith played really well tonight. He had five threes tonight. But with just OKC having those guys come off the bench and just playing so well, I think it was just too much.
Was I feel like Miles Turner had a pretty solid game too. On top of that, and he had a couple good look. I know he had a nice couple little threes. He played good in the paint in the middle.
Yeah, Turner played well. He played well, but I want to know what's the deal with the coach and Benedict Mathurin. I think ever since who was the he
talking about for the Nuggets?
No, the guy he plays with Indiana. I think he pushed didn't he push DeAndre Hunter or something like that in the game?
Got he punched him in the stomach.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a kind of some friction there in that locker room because I don't see him playing as many minutes. Benedict Mathurin is like during the season, he's one of their top players coming off the bench. He's giving you 15 to 20 on any night.
Yeah. I feel like in this series, I feel like it's gonna be. He's not touching the floor as much because defensively, I feel like I can see defense. He's not touching the floor because I seen him sub him out for Nesmith and they tried to put him on Shy, but then he got into a couple foul troubles guarding Shy. I think that might have been one reason he might not be touching the floor a lot.
Yeah, that could be a reason why. But Man, really, if the Indiana wants a chance in this series, they got to start a little bit faster. You cannot allow OKC to get up 20, 25, 30 points on you, because they're not a team where they're just gonna throttle down. They're gonna they got a bench full of guys that's gonna come in and get buckets, and play good defense. They can play tempo. They can play up to the Pacers tempo, but they didn't have to. Once they dictate and make the game their kind of pace, they control the game for the rest of the night. Like I said, Halliburton, he's got to be a little bit more aggressive. He's got to push the ball, and start dishing and letting guys get involved. When he doesn't do that, and when he just kind of laid back and stuff like that, they don't have a chance, because that's their game. They play that up tempo basketball. So if he doesn't do that, then hey, OKC in 5.
It's basically like the way. Nah, it's not gonna be OKC in 5. It's not. I'm telling you now, it's not.
What?
But the way they could,
What?
the only way they could win is if Halliburton play as SGA. How SGA take over the game and just pick up his team, and he go get his buckets.
Yeah.
He go get his buckets. He's a bucket getter. But Holly is too. I'm not gonna lie. Holly can get his buckets. He just got to do that. This is when they need him the most, like right now.
If he doesn't want people to be right about him being underrated, he's got to go off for like a 30-point game, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He's got to have that game. They're going back to Indiana, so we're gonna see. Go ahead, take off, John. You was about to say something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Another thing I'm gonna say is the Pacers, they can't play tit for tat. They can't play, oh, we gonna score, then OKC score, we gonna score, the OKC gonna score. Soon OKC gonna clamp down and you ain't gonna be able to score nothing. You gonna look up, it's already gonna be a 17-point lead. So I'm gonna say they're gonna have to do that. And then another thing is I see they try to double Shea at the top of the key, but then he started looking for people and leaving other people open. So I'm gonna say for that, it's like you're gonna have to let Shea play one-on-one and take the others away from the game. You can let Shea get his 38, but you have to limit everybody else. You can't let him get 38. Then you let Aaron Wiggins come off and get 20. Then you let Jalen Williams get 20, get Chet get 20, Caruso get 20. You're not gonna be able to win off that.
Yeah.
Because
when you allow somebody's bench to come off and you got players that's giving you 20, that's gonna be hard to beat, especially when your bench only gave what? I think 20. They had 25 points come off the bench. So some kind of way you got to make up that point margin right there. And I don't think ever after like the second quarter, like early in the second quarter, I don't think the Pacers really ever had like a control of the game, really.
Nah.
But
maybe a little before that, if you're being honest.
Yeah.
If we're being
fellas,
real.
what's y'all series prediction?
Pacers in 5.
What? Pacers in 5? You mean Pacers in 6? Pacers in 5? So you think they're gonna win 3 straight games?
3 straight. They shouldn't have won this game tonight.
Okay,
see if we're being real. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you, Siakam can stop Shea. If Siakam
I'm
stops
glad
Shea,
you're not a betting
all you
man.
gotta do is.
Whoa, Siakam start.
You're right.
Ooh,
I wouldn't bet on it, but I say
it. Siakam stopping Shy. Ooh, that is Shy for 20 free throws right there.
If Siakam guards Shea, I promise you he'll be fouled out by halftime.
Man, Shy going for 25 free throws.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going for 50, and like John said, about 20, 25 coming from the free throw line. So
nah, he ain't getting that many free throws, but he getting buckets.
Look, if they couldn't stop Jalen Brunson, Shy would get 50.
Yeah. John, what's your series prediction?
Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go OKC. I'm gonna go OKC in 6. I just feel like the Pacers next. I think they go home these next 2 games. I think they're gonna adjust. They're gonna have the home crowd on their side. They're gonna have the. I feel like they're gonna have the momentum. Tyreek's gonna play good at home, so I think they can win the next 2 at home. It's gonna be a surprise, but I feel like they win next 2 at home, and then I think just after that, OKC just gonna take off after that, and they're gonna win it. So I'm gonna say OKC in 6.
I'm with you on OKC in 6. But I feel like OKC could win the next 3 games. The only reason why I say that is because I think Indiana plays better on the road. They don't play that well. They don't play their best at home. I mean, of course, you on your home court. I mean, crowd's gonna be going crazy, but to me, they're not the best home team.
I seen that.
As far as their play. So I'm going to go OKC in 5. I really do think that OKC can win 3 straight games. I really think they could have maybe pulled off the sweep. They let that game the other night get away from them. I just feel like now they understand what it takes now. Like, okay, we let this other game slip away from us on Thursday night, and now we're gonna lock it down. We're gonna go ahead and do what we gotta do to get that trophy. So I'm going OKC in 5, man. Mark my word.
Hold on, but the only thing is to say, do we know who the Pacers coach is? Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle, he do have a ring, so I think that's why I feel like he will adjust. He will adjust defensively. Offensively, I think players gonna start getting going, and I think as Rick Carlisle, he's gonna adjust. He's gonna open up. I think we probably seen some things they haven't shown yet. We might see some things they open up at home, and they're gonna adjust to it.
Yeah, I understand what he has to do, but I mean, of course, like you said, Rick Carlisle is a veteran coach, a championship winning coach. I do think he will have them ready for game 3, but OKC gonna be ready too. So it's all about who's the star player. How they gonna come in and get those guys ready, to go. I mean, is he gonna get him involved? Is he gonna take that back seat, or is he gonna come up to the front line and like, hey, I'm gonna put my team on my back and we're gonna go and win this game, So that's my only thing. I mean, he's got to do that. I expect to have a better game from him though, game 3, moving forward. But he cannot take that back seat. He can't. They don't play well without him.
No.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna transition, fellas.
He got to be.
Go ahead, Doug.
I was just saying he got to be the lead horse. He got to.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. I mean, he's their star player. He's got to give them, he's got to give them his best. Yeah. All right, we're gonna transition. The Knicks fired Tom Thibodeau, man, after 5 seasons. How do y'all feel about that?
I ain't too familiar with him. Was he there when Cat was there?
Yeah. He was there when Cat. No, he wasn't there.
Cat
Yeah, he was there when Cat was there. He was there with Cat in Minnesota as well. So, yeah, he real familiar with Cat.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
John, what's your take, man? I know you're a Hawks fan. That's your conference in the East Conference. What you think about that?
With the Tom Thibodeau, I just feel like they need a new. I feel like they need a new voice in the locker room. He was there for 5 years already. On top of that, I think he won 224 games. He had like 176 losses. They went to the playoffs out of 5 seasons he was there. They went to the playoffs 4 times. Then this was the farthest they ever made it this year when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I feel like they just need a new voice in the locker room. My opinion, I feel like they should have tried to give it one more year because this was the first year they got Cat. So I feel like after next year, okay, it's not getting nowhere. But I also see where the offers was coming from because we just gave you we sent over to Brooklyn a couple first round picks to bring Bridges. So we gave you Bridges, we gave you Cat. well, you expecting the NBA Finals this year. We want to at least make an appearance there. So I can kind of see I can kind of see that way why they let him go.
Yeah. I'm with you. I feel like they should have maybe waited one more year. I mean, because when you look at it, the season wasn't a failure. That was what
Mm-hmm.
third in the East, right?
Mm.
Yeah, third in the
About
East
third,
behind
yeah.
Boston. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They just couldn't, I feel like they got shocked by the play of Indiana. I feel like they kind of like rolled over a little bit. I feel like Tom Thibodeau is a good coach. I feel like he's great in New York. I feel like he's got a good rapport with the players there. I just feel like maybe that front office, maybe they say it's maybe time for another voice, and just maybe they want to give somebody else a swing at things. I feel like if they're gonna bring a new coach in, they're gonna figure out what they need to do with Cat. Cat is he gonna play like the 5? Is he gonna play the 4? Because when you look at Cat, I mean, he's actually supposed to be like a true center, but he doesn't play like that all the way. Sometimes he's out there playing like he a 2 guard. So it's really more of like utilizing him to his best of his abilities. He can rebound the ball. He can assist the ball. Of course, we know he can score. He can shoot the 3. He can turn his back to the basket. But my thing is, whatever coach comes in here, they're going to have to, put him in the best place for him to be successful. Because one thing Cat has a problem with is getting in early foul trouble. So if you can stop him from that and, not put him in that position to where he got to, be even in that predicament, I feel like that the coach would be successful. Because that's what happened against Indiana. Cat get 2 fouls in the first quarter, he goes to the bench. Now you got who's their backup big man?
Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, I mean, he's good for defense, but he's no threat on offense. He can barely make those. I mean, these are like a real like lob threat. So I feel like, whichever coach can, because you got a lot of coaches. Yeah, you got a lot of coaches that don't have jobs. So maybe you can see maybe
good
like
coaches too.
Yeah, like Mike Budenholzer. Who else? Taylor Jenkins.
Mike Malone.
I could definitely see Mike Malone come to the Knicks. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But
go Frank Vogel.
Yeah, I forgot Frank Vogel. Yeah, he came from who did he come from? Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix,
right? Yeah. Hey, maybe Doc Rivers could go over there because I could see him. Actually, man, I don't know because Doc Rivers, man, he's had a lot of mediocre play, but he still got a coaching job. I really want to see him, maybe go somewhere else. But I don't know. I don't really know if he really deserves another coaching job. Now that I say that, because I mean he's had some of the biggest stars. He had Joel. He had what? Who else? He had Joel and James Harden. He had who else? Did he have Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Giannis.
Giannis
and Dame.
Giannis and Dame. So
Dame.
Yeah, I'm not even really. I kind of take that back about Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is not a fit for that team. I feel like they won't be moving the needle. I want to see more of like a younger coach come to the Knicks. But I would be fine with maybe a Michael Malone or somebody like that.
A younger coach to the Knicks. I mean, I don't know. I think the Knicks right now, they're gonna whatever coach they bring in, it's gonna have to be a veteran coach because the Knicks are in like a win now mode. You got the win now mode. They got the win now players. So they're definitely a veteran coach who's like gonna put his foot down and be like, "Hey, look, we need to take care of the ball. We need to take care of business. They just need something to motivate them and get them going."
But I look at it like this: when you look at the Knicks play, they played a lot of. They didn't really run like much sets. They didn't run many plays. They just, pass the ball around the horn until maybe it's like 10 seconds left on the clock. 9 times out of 10, the last person get the ball is Jalen Brunson. He's taking the shot. So it's literally like ISO ball, one-man ball. So they got to get some kind of system to where they, got some kind of organized play because they're just playing a lot of one-man ball. and a lot of teams are catching on to that. I mean, Brunson, he's a hell of a player, but I mean, there's only so much he can do. He's only like 6'3", maybe 190, 200 pounds, and he's left-handed. So I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I wasn't too familiar with Brunson game. Brunson's like that. We're not gonna sit here and just act like Brunson's nobody. Brunson's cool. He's cool. Like, but he can really go out there and drop a smooth 40 on your head.
Game.
A solid
I'm just saying
40.
we gotta get away from this one man ball because they have some scorers on that team. Look at Mikael Bridges.
No.
Josh Hart. Like
you said no, John?
They got a few of them over.
I mean, they have good role players. The Knicks problem is they don't have a bench. They're like, okay, that's why Tom Thibodeau was keeping his starting five in there so long. Like, he didn't have nobody bring off the bench. I mean, the most he could bring off the bench would be Malcolm McBride, maybe Precious Achiuwa, maybe, depending on how the game going. Robinson came back like mid-season. I mean, after that, I mean, you've seen in the playoffs he started.
Shamet got some minutes too.
That's what I say. You've seen in the playoffs he had to put Shaq, DeLon Wright. I mean, it was nothing else after that. Like,
I got you. So maybe adding somebody like, maybe get some depth because that could kind of help too. But you got to put, like I said, you got to make sure Cat is utilizing himself the best way for the team and not hurting the team.
He do be out there trying to shoot threes and come through, spin post floaters. Like,
that's his
doing
game.
Extra stuff. Like,
I mean, that's his game.
Big man. Stay a big man though. You need to stay a big man. They need a big man. That's what they need. They need a big man. They need a real big man. Like, they need Cat.
I'm pretty sure any coach
wouldn't
have any problem with Cat shooting threes. It's just the kind of threes he take. When you shooting anything over 25 feet and you this big, you shouldn't be doing that. Man, take it to the cup sometime. Take it to the cup or just keep it,
And the timing too. The timing be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
The timing be horrible. Like he'll do it fourth quarter. While they're down 7, he'll try to take the 3 to tie it up. Nah, just drive to the paint. Get a little laid. You feel me? You're a big man. Go get a bucket. Go get a bucket.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
I just feel like Brunson House, I feel like that duo just did not work this season. That duo didn't work. It just didn't work. I don't think their games don't match up to each other. Like, I just feel like both of their games, they don't hold. They both need the ball. Like,
you talking about him and Cat?
Yeah, Cat and Brunson. I just feel like they both need the ball. They both dominate with the ball. So I feel like their game is not compared to each other.
They do. They absolutely do be on 2 separate pages. Like 2 complete differences when they play. Like, you could tell, like, their motions, how they move. Cat's trying to move fast pace. Jalen, he's trying to slow it down a little bit. They just never on the same page. So yeah, I feel that for sure. Yeah.
And I think that they're built to play more of a slower pace, tempo. I just when they, like you said, when they try to speed it up, that's when a lot of their turnovers come from. That's not their game, trying to play like Indiana. And that's why they kind of like, got behind against Indiana. They're trying to play up to their pace. That's not their game. If you don't want a team to dictate how you play. Because once you do that, they know that y'all can't play at this pace, this up pace. You're gonna get a lot of turnovers, like I said. And that's kind of what happened in that last series, man. They was trying to play that up.
I'm about to say that's what killed the Pacers tonight. They had so many turnovers, so many. Like, I lost count after a few. Like,
they had so many turnovers to OKC's. I think OKC had like 10. They maybe had like 20. So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But
another thing I say is then another thing with the Knicks, I just feel like with that, the whole thing is like the last series when they played the Pacers, okay. It come down to the defense. It's like Cat's in foul trouble. Then they're gonna attack Brunson. He's like the smallest on the court, so they're gonna try to put him in pick and roll or post him up. So it's like, and that's why another feel like that game, They don't play well together. They don't match up well together.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out something, man. But if I had to choose, who would be the ideal next coach? I would say either maybe a Mike Malone or Budenholzer.
Yeah, I think I'm going
Let
Mike
me ask y'all
Brown.
a question though.
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. Go ahead, Del.
Let me ask y'all one. If you got to pick either Cat or Jalen Brunson to trade off the team to make it better, and you get to basically to rebuild the team, which one are you building around, Cat or Jalen?
I'm building off of Brunson.
Like in this very point in time right now, who are you
Yeah, I
keeping?
got to keep Brunson. Brunson was second team All NBA. I can't let him go.
Yeah. I feel like Cat, I mean, you can put Cat on any team. I mean, and he'll, he's going to be Cat. He's going to play his game. Jalen Brunson, I mean, he's part of that success. You take Jalen Brunson away from the Knicks right now, they're like a bottom half team because if you look at it, he was just the clutch player of the year. He's averaged what, like 26 points a game. You take 26 points a game away from your team, you don't beat a lot of teams. If you take Jalen Brunson away from the Knicks, you don't beat Boston. I don't even think you even make the playoffs. You may make the playoffs, you may make the play-in, but you get what I'm saying.
I think they made the playoffs.
Yeah. Because actually, I went to a game to where they played the Hornets where Jalen Brunson was hurt. The Hornets beat them. You lose to teams like that when you don't have your star. So I mean, I'm not saying they are
the Lakers lost to the Hornets now.
Not with Luka and LeBron.
Yeah, Luka and LeBron.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember I watched. But like I said,
now we're
it
not
can
gonna
happen
sit here
on any given night. I mean, the Lakers. Come on, man. The Lakers. They didn't have
LaMelo. I'm not gonna say we're gonna sit here and shrug off LaMelo.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie though.
Like he's nobody.
But if the Lakers and Hornets play 3 times and fully healthy, Lakers win at least 2 of them. And the Hornets might get 1, but Lakers win at least 2.
They're wiping that slate clean.
I hope.
I feel like the Lakers feel like the Lakers was just kind of still feeling each other out. Luka and LeBron still trying to figure each other out, and they just got caught slipping. The Hornets beat the Knicks by like 15 points though. If not more.
Yeah, that's because the Knicks lost. Yeah. Knicks lost. Hornets didn't win. Knicks lost. Okay, that's different. I feel that. Okay.
Yeah.
We lost to a little buzzer beater. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. All right, fellas, we go transition sports. We're going to talk about our favorite sport. Aaron Rodgers finally made his decision, man, and signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's a 1-year, $13 million deal. I think it's like he got like 11, 12 guaranteed. I mean, when you look at it,
overpaid.
I mean, of course, you said what you said?
Overpaid.
I mean, it's just a $1 deal, man. But when you look at it, they're not getting the Green Bay Aaron Rodgers. We all know that. They're not getting Green Bay Aaron Rodgers. But I think he still has a little bit, maybe enough for them to be successful. Because I mean, they got DK Metcalf. They got some good guys on that team still. They got Jalen Warren.
I'm telling you right now, Joe Flacco today is better than Aaron Rodgers right now. Argue with your mama.
Joe Flacco may lose his may not even make the team this year.
But Joe Flacco's making the team.
Nah,
he's making the team.
He's gonna make
Joe Flacco might be QB1 going into week 1.
No.
Take off, John.
I'm gonna say Joe Flacco cool. The couple games he played just with the Colts or wherever he played, he had good come in, win you maybe 1 or 2 games, but he didn't start. No, that's not him.
Yeah. I mean,
but we gonna forget about the end of the season when Joe Flacco came through and won like 4 games and he threw like 400 yards each game.
that was
That
when
Browns
they
team
had.
was loaded.
Yeah, regardless, loaded or not, Joe Flacco was like 39, 38.
That
It
was, I
like
think that was the Browns
37.
year.
That was
He led
Coop.
them.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year they had Coop, right?
Coop,
Yeah,
Chubb.
it was.
Yeah. So when you take away
Was Coop.
that talent, you take away somebody like Amari Cooper. You didn't at the time when he came last year. They didn't have Nick Chubb. So when you take that away from the team, that's going to less compliment him in his play. I mean, when you got guys, when you got weapons around you like that, of course it's going to elevate his play. I'm not saying Joe Flacco is just some scrub, but I mean he's not. When you comparing him and Aaron Rodgers, you talking about oranges and apples now.
So you telling me Aaron Rodgers is better than Joe Flacco right now? That's what you telling me.
I take Aaron Rodgers
health and play
365
wise
days a week, 365 days in a year before I take Joe Flacco.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Remind me, what happened last year?
What you mean?
With Aaron Rodgers. What happened?
I just feel like
just remind me. I'm just trying to remember.
I'm gonna look at it like this. They didn't have a complete team put together for him. I look at it like this. They had Garrett Wilson, they had Devontae Adams. They didn't have the best offensive line either. They didn't have the best offensive line. Their defense didn't play that well.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a run game. Breece Hall didn't play that well. Huh? He freezing up on us. But like I said, I mean, if you don't have those guys right there at the forefront blocking for you, you're not gonna get real far. So, I mean, that's why they didn't really have much success in New York. Now, him in Pittsburgh, he's in a better situation. He's got a defense that can, take the ball away, get him some stops. So I think we'll see a better Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah. Then my intake on it is, I feel like with the Steelers, it's not a bad one. It could be a low risk, high reward. It's only a 1-year deal. So I mean, if it don't go right, you can dump it and then draft a quarterback next year. And I feel like they really, because everybody expected Pittsburgh when they hit the draft, everybody expected them, okay, we're going to take a quarterback. But then I feel like with Pittsburgh right now, they're in the win now mode. They're in a hard division already. So they're just in win now mode. So they like, we got to get a veteran quarterback. So, I mean, you can bring in a rookie, but I mean, you might be at the bottom of the barrel. But so they're in the win now mode. So they're like, you know what? We got to go get one of these veteran quarterbacks. We got to go get Kirk Cousins, or we're gonna have to go get Aaron Rodgers. And luckily, Aaron Rodgers said, "I'll come there." So the thing, and then on top of that, they did get DK Metcalf. So it's like we can't go get a rookie quarterback. We paying DK, so we in the win now mode. So I feel like it's low risk, high reward. If it don't go good, you can dump it. It's only a 1-year deal, so I feel like that's how that should go. Then on top of that, they did just let Najee Harris walk, and they just drafted a running back. So you got to go get your veteran quarterback.
They drafted. Oh yeah, they got bro from the Caleb Johnson from Iowa, right?
Iowa, yep.
Yeah. I mean, like I feel like this. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't have success, with Pittsburgh, I feel like this could be his last year, his last hoorah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't really think he was that pressed to play this year. Look how long it took for him to sign. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't make the playoffs or, just has like a horrible season, it's not going to wipe away his legacy. I mean, look at what he's done. He's a 3-4-time MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. He's going to be a legend forever in Green Bay. I mean, he's a future Hall of Famer. So that's not going to take anything from him. As far as that, but I mean, I kind of want the situation to work, but we appreciate them though from getting rid of George Pickens though, man. We appreciate it over in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
I know you feel good about that trade. Yeah,
we appreciate that. Yeah, they should have held on to him, man. If they was gonna get Aaron Rodgers, they would have held Aaron Rodgers out. But we appreciate that though, man.
Okay, my second question is with that is okay, let's say Aaron Rodgers have a good year, a breakout year. He throw for 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, only throw like 7 picks. If you Pittsburgh, do you resign him to a multi-year deal next year, or do you still let him walk? Like now Pittsburgh is and now they're gonna have some decisions to make for next year. Do you want to pay a almost 40-something-year-old Aaron Rodgers, or do you just let it walk? Or we had a good year and we made the playoffs.
Um, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, they're high on them, man. So I feel like it'll be really up to him, especially if they have some kind of like a pinch of success. You know, they make the playoffs. I mean, they're high on. They waited on them this long. They didn't draft a quarterback. So, I mean, I could see them if Aaron. They'll. I feel like they would give him a chance as long as he wants to play.
Mhm.
So, hey,
How
I
you
mean, I'm
okay?
excited to see it though.
How you feel about their offense? Like you think they're gonna have like maybe a top 10 offense, top 15 offense?
I say maybe like I wouldn't say bottom half, but like in that 15, 20. I mean that I say serviceable offense. You know, they're gonna get you, you know, I feel like they're gonna be a field goal, you know, a lot of field goals going on. You know, I mean
Okay.
it all depends, man. You got DK Metcalf, you got Pat Freiermuth, Jalen
Yeah.
Warren coming out the backfield. You got a decent
Calvin,
offensive line.
Calvin Austin, he got a little speedy receiver.
Yeah. And Aaron
But then
Rodgers is known for elevating people's play too. So we're gonna see, man.
yes.
Somebody like a Calvin Austin, he may elevate them.
Do you feel like Aaron Rodgers will have a do you feel like he'll have a better season than Russell Wilson gave him last year, or would they be probably on the same pedestal?
Um, I feel like like I said, they are more higher on Aaron Rodgers than Russell Wilson. I feel like if he has a bad season, I feel like he's gonna retire. If he has a small success, they make the playoffs, they're going to re-sign him. And like I said, the
Mhm.
ball is in his court with Pittsburgh. I feel like
It is.
in Pittsburgh, they're giving him a lot more respect than in New York.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see it though, man. Um, I'm 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 a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, the football player. You know,
Yeah.
with what he's done, I really want to see what he can do with Pittsburgh. I don't really care for the team, but I really want to see what he can do in Pittsburgh, man. It'll be exciting if they can get like at least make the playoffs. Which I mean, Mike Tomlin, he's known for taking their team to the playoffs with the lesser talent. So, hey,
But
let's see how
then another thing with that is, I don't know. I got a feeling that Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, I think mid-season I could see them bumping heads on something. Like I could see one want to do one thing, one want to do another thing, maybe offensively, and I could see them really bumping heads. I can really see that coming.
yeah. Hey, Delton, you can hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can't see you though. Oh, there
No,
you go.
there we go.
All right, we good. Yeah,
I have a
yeah. We're
service
just
issue.
saying. Yeah, we was just talking about how long Aaron Rodgers could maybe play with Pittsburgh. I was saying maybe mm, like I said, it all depends on his what he wants to do. You know, Pittsburgh, like I just told John,
I give it about
Pittsburgh
2
is
years.
giving him more respect than New York. He's controlling a lot more
Way
over
more.
there. Yeah, yeah, but
I don't know though. I don't know. He did bring over Devontae, Bacardi. He brought over a lot of people. He brought over Lazard. When he was with the
yeah,
Jets, he brought over a lot. He was in control.
It would.
But I don't know. I don't know. I give it like 2 years.
I can see Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers bumping
Max,
head.
maybe 2.
Aaron Rodgers does a lot of stuff off of the field to make organizations upset with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like be on the Pat McAfee
What was
show
those
every week. Like why?
What was those allegations Devontae was talking about? You remember Devontae Adams, he brought up those allegations about Aaron Rodgers. What was it about? Talking about Aaron Rodgers was a dickhead or something like that. I forgot what it was. He was saying something crazy. Bruh, it was in an interview. He was talking crazy
if it's
about
real
Aaron,
smoke about it, then if you heard something like that, it's somewhat true. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is not really the
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Room guy. He's more of a self guy. He's more that I've heard. He's selfish. Like I said, when you hear stuff like that, it's somewhat true because somebody's put it out there in the air, and a lot of these tabloids and media outlets that just leaking that kind of information. So, I mean, I believe it. I mean, he's somewhat of an asshole. I mean, he's got to be.
Yeah.
Look at what Green Bay did to him. They drafted a quarterback while he was still on the team.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that conversation was about. I forgot who it was. They was asking Devontae like, what was the relationship like in the last years, and he was kind of like he was a dickhead. He was acting different. He would say, "No, I'm not throwing you the ball." Just crazy stuff, like just wicked. Like, yeah. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you so you'll know. Like, I don't want you to think I'm just making stuff up. No, I'm gonna show you.
All right, bet. Send it to me when you find it.
But no, that with the Green Bay, I can kind of see Aaron Rodgers being selfish. That year they had that down year. They had, I think it was Aaron Rodgers' contract year. They end up paying Aaron Rodgers, and that's when Devontae Adams, I think that's when he walked and went to the Raiders. Then Aaron Rodgers like he getting mad at the players because they didn't know routes. That's when they had to drive wide receivers. He mad at them, but it's like we can't bring in nobody else. We paying you all the money, so I mean you got to take what we give you.
Yeah, and I heard that they tried to, once the Raiders offered Devontae Adams what they offered him, they tried to match that, but it was kind of like it's a disrespect thing now. You didn't want to offer me that until this team offered me that. Don't try to offer it to me now. So, yeah, we'll see, man, what Aaron Rodgers do. We'll come back to this topic, man, whenever football season gets here, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot for us to talk about. But it was another signing, man. It's expected to happen tomorrow. Former Browns running back Nick Chubb is expected to sign with the Texans. I like this right here, this move right here, because Nick Chubb, I mean, coming off that injury that he had, I mean, I think he had one back when he was in Georgia too, when he was at Georgia. So I feel like it'll take less of a load off of him to splitting those carries with Joe Mixon. It'll probably, keep Joe Mixon fresh as well, but keep him fresh. I feel like you will see a better version of him, because I feel like with what he's been through, his body's been through, he can't handle that load and be that bell cow back, every down. He can come in with fresh legs, early downs. I said maybe first, second down. Joe Mixon handle that third down and then stay out there. They just keep, splitting the carries, and just keeping each other fresh. So I like this move for the Texans, man. I really do. If everything goes through.
That's a good move. I say that's a good move. That definitely take pressure off CJ Stroud. Like he'll have two people in the backfield. And that definitely him and Joe Mixon, they can split carries. That'll give Mixon some rest. And that definitely, and then now I think that'll have good protection for CJ Stroud right there, because I think Nick Chubb is a pretty good blocking back too. So he's a good blocker. So I feel like it's a low risk reward with that one too. If you play good, it's a high reward. Like now you got two good backs.
Yeah, I'm a real big fan of Nick Chubb. Just how he plays. What you about to say?
Good, you go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted Nick Chubb to the Cowboys, me personally. I feel like we shouldn't have got Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, none of them. We should have kept them on the market, let the Texans get them, and we should have got Nick Chubb. It was just the only right decision. Nick Chubb's a great running back still. I don't know why people overlooking him like he's not. The only thing to it is injuries, and I mean injuries is come with the game. You can't avoid
it. When you look at Dallas, they I can't say this about them. They want to make sure that the physical is right on the team, on a player before they actually acquire about him. So it may have been some kind of uncertainty about his condition. Maybe that's why they did. I mean, you know how Dallas is. They kind of stingy with it. So I didn't really expect him to go.
I mean,
there
how
anyway.
much money? How much
How
money
much
you
money
think
they're
y'all
signing
think
him
he's
for?
looking at? Yeah.
Well, you know the running back market isn't big anyway, so I feel like a year, 1 year, 5 million, 6 million, something like that. I mean, that sounds reasonable for somebody like him. Because I mean, Baltimore signed Dick Henry for 8. So that's why I really wanted on Dallas, but we didn't get that. But
one thing is, okay. Oh, you keep going.
No, you good. Go ahead, take off.
One thing is, I say, we lucky niggas that go to the Chiefs.
I would have applauded that move too. I mean, Pacheco wasn't.
That'd have been another ring. I'm not gonna lie. That'd have been a ring.
Yeah, Pacheco wasn't his best shape. I mean, last season either. I would have liked that as well. But I mean, I could see the Chiefs added somebody else.
What was up with Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
I think he got hurt.
He's injured, isn't he?
Okay, yeah, because he was good. I liked him. I liked him over Pacheco, honestly.
Nah, I like Pacheco, man. He run like an angry man. I like Pacheco. Nah. But when you look at Kansas City, they're not really. When you look at Kansas City, they're not, really built off of like the run. They run the ball, but last year they're built off of like screen passes, short passes, scheming guys open. Andy Reid, he's a real technician of like utilizing his guys' skill set. Whether a guy's fast, a guy's got big hands, a guy can jump. He utilizes all that stuff, into his offense. So, I mean, a running game isn't,
they got a gym,
make a break for them. Say it again.
Mm-hmm. They got a gym when they got Xavier Worthy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about him in just a second.
Hold on now.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna disrespect the Chiefs run game and not say nothing about Kareem Hunt. Whoa.
I mean, Kareem Hunt, he played well. He played well. I feel like they could have gave him more touches last year. I look at it like this.
Postseason, they should have gave him
I feel like their offensive line didn't play that well last year. Look at what happened to them in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, if you don't have no line, you don't have no run game.
Yeah, it might sound crazy to say, but I don't think Mahomes played to his best abilities either. Like being honest, I think Mahomes really tried to go out there and have a circus year. He tried to do stuff for the camera. I feel like this year he really tried to show out. Like he didn't try to be an
improv. He's gonna be an improv person, an improv quarterback. But we all know what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Next year he's gonna have Rashee Rice back. He's gonna have Worthy in the fold. He's gonna have, I think Hollywood Brown is still over there. So we all know what Patrick Mahomes can do. I mean, he's a 5,000 yard, 40, 45 touchdown guy. We've seen it before. Multiple MVPs, multiple Super Bowls. I feel like next year they're gonna be more of a passing team. Just with having Rashee Rice back. I feel like Rashee Rice was a really, really, really big part of their offense. So they didn't have him to lean on, maybe third down, stuff like that. Because Kelsey didn't play good last year either. So yeah.
It was that Taylor Swift effect, man. That little Taylor Swift thing, man.
Taylor Swift.
Can't blame
the Swifties.
Threw them all.
You can't blame Taylor Swift on everything, man.
The Swifties.
Man, every game you watched with the Chiefs in it, you seen Taylor one time at least. At least.
Yeah.
Why are we seeing her?
I say 5 times.
Nah, every
Like, why are
time
we seeing
they
her
make
so
a big
much?
play, they showing him, and I mean, I say him. They're showing her and Travis Kelce, mama. You know, up in the box.
I think it was too much pressure on the man's shoulders. Too much pressure on him.
I don't look at it
like
like
think
that.
about is surprising her.
I mean, if you look at it, he was with her the last time they won when they beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I don't really think it's that. I feel like
that was the Mickey ring, man. That was the Mickey ring.
That was the Mickey ring.
I feel like he didn't
that
prepare himself for the season as he should have.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like. I feel like he kind of got complacent in his preparation for the season, and I mean it showed. It showed that he just didn't. He just didn't have it that year. I feel like this year he's gonna be back to more of himself. I mean, when you look at Kelce, he's an older guy. I think Kelsey's like 35, 36?
He been in the league over 10 years, 10 plus years.
Yeah. So I mean,
if you Kelce, are you slowing down with the podcast?
He showed flashes though. Say it again, Dalton.
If you Kelce, are you slowing down with the podcast this year? The podcast with him and his brother. They do it almost every week.
Yeah, New Heights. I mean, you got to keep that rolling, man. Hey, that's paying some bills. So keep it rolling. But keep the main thing the main thing.
I wouldn't do it for the season. Just like Parsons. Parsons got to put it up for the season. When the season starts, man, you can't do that. Come on, man. Lock in, bro. You trying to talk about the game right after. And then sometimes you laughing about it.
I get it, but you got to think about it. Football is not paying all these guys' bills. YouTube.
For some people. For some.
Bleacher
for some.
Nah, football.
For some.
You say it again?
Football paying the bills.
For some people, right?
That's what I'm saying. For some.
For some people. So
like, you telling me Travis Kelce contract right now is paying his bills. What do he have?
For sure.
What bills do you have?
His bit.
Some people like to have that fun money. Some people like to have that fun money. That
Mike about to get a contract. Mike know he about to get a contract.
I don't know
what that fun money
contract is, but I'm not sure. But
no, not this year. Next year.
I'll
give it next year.
When you look at it from that point, is more of a. I wouldn't let it go, just because of you've been doing it. We're not gonna harp on this one bad year. That's what's keeping you from being successful. Are you doing all the other necessary things?
Yeah, I wouldn't say let it. I wouldn't say let it go. I say just wait till after the season. Put it back a little bit.
Nah,
give him a little break.
I'm saying you got to let it go. If I'm Travis Kelce, you gotta let the podcast go. It's like you didn't win a ring this year. You didn't play to an AF this year. You got to let it go. That slows you down. Like, no, we didn't win a ring. You didn't have your. I don't even know if he had 1,000 yards or not. I don't know if he had 1,000. He used to get 1,000 yards. He had 1,000-yard season.
No, for a fact, he didn't have 1,000.
He had no 1,000-yard season.
And he performed horrible in the Super Bowl.
Performed horrible in the playoffs.
Horrible. Playoffs, the season, everything.
Let's see. He had 97 catches, 823 yards, 3 touchdowns.
How many touchdowns? 3?
3.
What did he do in the Super Bowl?
And he averaged probably.
He's usually like a 10 touchdown guy. I say
that's what I'm saying.
At least like 8 touchdowns. So that's a drop off for him. I look to see them get him more involved. They don't want him to go out like that. So
What was the stats in the Super Bowl? If you know.
Hold on. Stat check. We fact check around here for people.
Well, I'm saying that you gotta let the podcast go. Let it go.
Let's see. Chiefs versus Travis Kelce had 4 catches, 39 yards, 0 touchdowns.
The biggest game of the year. The biggest game of the year.
See,
I mean, the whole team didn't play well.
5 tight end.
You can't just look at him. The whole team didn't play well. We're not
gonna say Xavier Worthy didn't play well. Xavier Worthy played great.
But yeah, then
he got the yards in garbage time. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
Garbage
Mahomes
time.
Mahomes ain't have no time though. That front seven was coming for him from the Eagles. That front seven with it.
Give credit to the Eagles, right? Give credit to Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator. They played an excellent defensive game. I feel like the Chiefs just didn't match up well. The Eagles was just a better team last year. Yeah. I'm not going to really say, Kelce didn't have a game. The whole team didn't have a game. Mahomes didn't play well. Their defense didn't play well.
Well, yeah.
Philadelphia, I hate to say it, they just was the best team in the league last year. Hands down. So we'll see what happens this year.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. If they didn't have Saquon, would it have been the best team? You get him Miles Sanders.
Look at this. Before they had Saquon, they was one of the top teams. So
that's true.
Before they had Saquon, they was just in the Super Bowl, 2-3 years ago? Against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
Saquon,
it's the type of season Saquon just had.
Yeah.
Saquon just put the icing on top.
It's the type of season.
I'm gonna say this.
That's what I'm saying. He really topped it off. I don't
hump.
think they would have been.
He did. He got them over the hump.
Yeah,
he got them over the hump.
Almost 2,000 yards is crazy.
And then it definitely showed.
Didn't he have 2K?
Nah, he didn't get the 2K. He didn't play that last game of the season.
He didn't?
Yeah, they sat him out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd have been hurt.
They would have fined me. I would have got
Coach, play me.
Got that record.
Yeah, I'm hopping in. I'm jumping in.
I don't know. It's those type of records meant to be broken, though.
Hey, look. They would have been they'd have been looking for me on the sideline. They'd be like, where the hell they at? Oh, I'm out here on the field. What do you mean? I'm about to
I don't know.
This is history.
See, I don't know.
The record's not done. Records not meant to be broken.
With the exception of Derrick Henry, I don't see nobody right now rushing for 2,000 yards. And that's just because of how we got such a pass-happy league. You're not going to really get nobody that besides Saquon or Derrick Henry to run for 2,000 yards.
Christian
McCaffrey's not running for 2,000 yards. Y'all stop playing.
Hold on.
What?
I'm about to tell you right now. Hold on. Right now, I'm about to tell y'all who running for 2,000. My boy Bijan. He said this is a breakout year. He trying to have. He said
I was about to say.
He said he's trying to have a Saquon-like season. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
He has the capabilities to do it.
John, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not a biased person. I'm not a hater. Yeah. Do I think Bijan is capable of something like that? Yes, absolutely. But do y'all really have the tools for him to do something like that? Do y'all have the offensive line? Y'all don't have Philadelphia's offensive line. Y'all don't.
That's true.
They don't need Philadelphia offensive line.
That's why they don't.
Good one.
Why Saquon Barkley never had a season like this?
They don't need Philly.
Because Philly got them monsters on there.
They don't need Philly.
Jalen Hurts.
You could have traded Saquon to the Cowboys. He had that.
Not a 2,000 yards season.
How many yards?
I'll give him. We're more of a pass happy team to a pass first team too. I'll say maybe 1,500, not 2,000.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Saquon was like top 3 in rushing one of the years with the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. With the Giants.
The Giants had a
With
decent
the Giants.
offensive line.
He don't need the Eagles. The Eagles' offensive line is not all that. We're not gonna sit here and gas their offensive line like it's top tier.
Offensive line.
Tier.
They got the best
Notice
offensive
you got a
line.
bunch of cornbread white boys.
Nah, that line like that.
That offensive line. That offensive line has.
If you speaking on the defensive line, I'm with you.
Right now has a Hall of Fame on it in Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson like that.
Dickerson. I mean, he's still young, but he plays
okay. I'm about to say he okay.
He's one of the top guards in the league. You got Mailata. Mailata is a top tackle in the league. You got the guy that the center. What is his name? Cam Jurgens. You got those core four right there.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're going to add because they had Mekhi Becton, but I think he went to somewhere else. I think he went to like the Chargers or somewhere. But I mean, they got the best offensive line in the league. I think Detroit has the Knicks behind them. Detroit has a good offensive line as well. But I mean, come on, man.
What do you rate offense like? How do you rate good offensive lines?
Turn on the tape. Turn on the tape and watch how them boys move people.
I mean, you gonna see a whole bunch of push.
Saquon does not have the season. He does not have the season that he had last year on another team. Respectfully, I don't care if he was with Dallas. I don't care if he was with Atlanta. I don't care if he was with Kansas City. I don't care who he is with.
The Chiefs. He could have been with Kansas City. He'd have done it.
He's not having no 2,000-yard season,
I ain't gonna lie. He had 2K.
Bro, you can throw Ezekiel Elliott behind the Eagles offensive line and he go for like 1,300 yards.
But now I'm gonna say another reason though. With that is because Jalen, you gotta give credit to Jalen Hurts because with Jalen Hurts, teams do try to take out Jalen Hurts. They don't want him to run. So they like, okay, we're gonna key in on that. So open up lanes for Saquon too. That's the same thing with the Ravens. Like they don't want Lamar on, so that open up lanes for Derrick Henry. So the mobile quarterbacks thing is playing a part with how the running backs is getting their yards too.
That's true. Because I mean, when you got that 1-2 punch.
So if you switch Henry and Saquon, what'll happen?
They both being successful. I believe that Saquon.
If you switch Henry, Saquon, what'll happen?
Who was right behind Saquon last year in yards?
Wasn't it Henry?
Yes.
Was it Henry?
Yes. So you can't tell me that they're not going to be both. If you put Derrick Henry on the Eagles, my God, he's going for 2,500 yards.
If you put Saquon on the Ravens, like I don't know why you just sitting here trying to blast the Eagles off.
He's having a good season. If you put Derrick, listen, it's no way you're not about to sit here and tell me that the Eagles have the Ravens have a better offensive line than the Eagles. I think he went out again. John, what you think?
I mean, they both got two offensive lines. It's hard. It's like they both got 1-2 punches. Because they can open up. You're scared of the run game, and then they both got the Eagles got the better receivers, but it's just Lamar. He makes any receiver look good. So they got the receivers. It's like you're going with the game plan. Like, do I want to stop the run? Do I want to stop him from passing? Do I want to stop the mobile quarterback? It's too many. It's too much. You only pick one. So you stop the pass, it's open up the lanes for the running back. So it's hard. It's hard with them two teams. It's hard. Which one you going to want to stop? Like then you have to have the right defense. It's hard. I don't know how you can do it.
Yeah, let's get back on script though, man.
Yeah,
we got off the script. All right, John. Let's talk about what are your some of your second year players that are due for a 2025 breakout this season?
Second year. Let's see
I got
who we got there. I know
Caleb
Dan
Williams.
Stanley's had a good year. Okay.
Caleb Williams.
Okay.
I feel like with him having Ben Johnson as his coach, all those pieces that they added, they drafted Luther Bird and they got Roma Dunze over there. They got DJ Moore. With all those pieces, man, he's got to have a breakout year this year. Like it's no way he doesn't have success. Who else? Guys like it's some defensive side of the guys too. People like Jared Verse. Yeah, Jared Verse. Who else? Wiggins on the Ravens, the cornerback. You got a lot of guys. You got Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is good. Bo Nix. I
Marvin
like Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is a good option too. Yeah.
Are you sold on Drake May? How you feel about Drake May? You sold on him?
Drake May, I feel like he needs, for him to have a breakout year, I feel like he needs more of a number one option. I don't feel like he has a true number one right now. I mean, he got Diggs, but we're gonna see what Diggs has left. I think he's gonna be, good for them, but we're gonna see. Stephon Diggs is not no scrub or nothing like that. I think he could still be a number one. We're gonna see, how they utilize him and prioritize him in that offense. So we'll see. What's some other guys?
I want to see how he bounced back off injury because he was out for most of the season last year. I think he had an ACL tear, so I want to see how he bounced back when he come back to his usual self off the injury. So that's another thing that's going to decide that.
Yeah. Dang. Who else, man? Oh man, I really want to see what Tyler Guyton does this year. Our left tackle that we drafted last year. I really want to see how he bounces back. Not saying he's going to have a breakout, but I want to see what his second year looks like. I want to see what kind of off-season work has he really put in the work. Is he ready to take that next step? He struggled last year. As you heard me talk about it. Time and time, he struggled. If he doesn't, become what we think he is, we may have to find another option at left tackle. You know what I'm saying? So, he's another one I like. Oh man, you got a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh man.
What about Jaden? You got Jaden Daniels.
I feel like Jaden Daniels really already had a breakout year.
Okay.
He damn near made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I feel like his rookie year was his breakout year. So I'm not gonna really count him.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one late. What's it? McCarty?
Lad McConkey. I like Lad McConkey.
Lad McConkey, yeah.
Yeah. Lad McConkey. He's a good one too. Let's see what else we got. Who else we got out here? Damn, what's his name? Oh man.
Oh yeah, like Malik Neighbors. I think.
Yeah, Neighbors. Damn. Look, that's what I was trying to think. I could not get his name out. Malik Neighbors. Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian
like
Thomas,
that.
yeah.
Hey, even your boy Michael Penix Jr. So
Michael Penix, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say that one, man. You sitting there with that Falcon shirt on.
Man, it slipped right past me. I'm thinking about, the way he played them last couple, man, he already, I think, on his third year.
Yeah. But
Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving's a good one too. Yeah. But it's gonna be real interesting to see. One of the guys that I'm really more intrigued on is seeing this year is Malik Neighbors, just because he's going to have a veteran quarterback, a better quarterback throwing him the ball. He's going to have Russell Wilson throwing him the ball this year. I feel like he could be maybe a 1,500-yard guy, maybe this year, 1,300 in that range right there. Let's see, in the running back side, yeah, guys like Bucky, like you said, Bucky Irving. Did he have 1,000 yards last year? I think he did, didn't he?
I'm not if not, he was close, maybe in the 900 range. He probably did have 1,000 though. Him and Justin Herbert, they definitely formed a good connection.
You said Justin Herbert.
Yeah, quarterback.
I said Bucky Irvin.
Oh, I'm still thinking about lad. Okay, I'm still thinking about lad. Okay, Bucky Irvin.
But Bucky Irvin had 1,100 yards last year.
Yeah, he formed because to start off the season, I think the main running back they had was White, Rashad White. I think he ended up outplaying him, getting the number one role.
Yeah, but we'll see, man. I'm really excited for these guys' second year. I want to see what Marvin Harrison Jr. does. He's gonna have Kyler. How do you feel about Kyler? Do you feel like Kyler is his time up maybe in Arizona? Do you think he needs to change the scenery?
Kyler Murray, when healthy, he's a good quarterback. I remember when they got drafted, they were saying, "Oh, he's a small quarterback," but Kyler has the speed. Kyler has the arm. I think they should add a couple more weapons for Kyler to maximize his talent. Because I think the last time I could see Kyler really having a good season when they had D-Hop over there and they started maybe like 6-0, 7-0. I think they should add a couple more pieces around Kyler Murray. But Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, and they should just stick it out with him. I say you just stick it out with him.
All right, let's talk about what do you think is your most overrated team, and give me your dark horse team.
Overrated.
When you say overrated, I'm gonna go Minnesota Vikings.
I can agree with you on that. I'm going either Vikings. I go with Vikings and Lions. Them two.
Yeah. And just because, man, Minnesota had played such a good game. Such a good season last year. Without their quarterback. But when it came time for them to, answer that bell, they did not play well. Who did they play in the first round of the playoffs? Who was it?
The Rams.
The Rams. They did not play well. And the Rams, that they're not no pushovers, but they should have beat the Rams. I feel like they could have beat the Rams.
It was showing. It started to show late in the season. When it got down late in the season, the Vikings was collapsing in games like week 17, week 16 when they played. Because I want to say the Lions beat them twice. They didn't beat the Lions them year. Then they lost down to Green Bay. They started collapsing late down in the season. It started showing, and then when they got to the playoffs, it kind of like, okay, they're not gonna get it together. It's like the Rams came in. It's like, yeah, we're gonna take care of business. And they got them out.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm going Vikings, and I'm gonna choose one from the AFC too. Let's see. I'm going Houston Texans.
Houston overrated?
CJ Stroud didn't really impress me last year. I'm gonna say them and the Chargers.
Okay, I can see the Chargers. But with Houston, I wouldn't say they overrated because they still got into the playoffs. He didn't have the best of year, but he still took them into the playoffs. And I think they win first. I want to say they won their first round. Yeah, they beat the Chargers. They beat it the second round.
I feel like the Texans will have a decent season, but that's still kind of like an overrated team to me. The Chargers really stand out to me the most because if you look at their division, right, they got Kansas City, Denver, and Las Vegas. I don't really see in Las Vegas. Las Vegas being that bad. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to steal some games from some people.
See that?
I feel like if the Chargers don't, play up to their potential, they could mess around and be third in that division. Because I feel like Denver could maybe beat them out for that second spot in that division. So they gotta up their play. Now let's talk about dark horse team. If you get my dark horse team for the NFC. I'm going Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears for the NFC. AFC, I'm going to go. They're not really a dark horse. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals. Reason why I say
was
that.
on that one too. Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals, to me, they put up a lot. They got like one of the best offenses in the league right now. I feel like Joe Burrow would have won the MVP if they had a better record. So I feel like they got a lot of defensive issues they got to address. But if they get those addressed, figure out what they're going to do with Trey Henderson and, maybe add some more pieces over there. Oh, yeah. They could. I think they could definitely make it back to the Super Bowl with what they got over there. But who your two dark horse team, man?
For the NFC, dark horse, I'm going with the Falcons. I gotta go with the Falcons. If Penix can give, right now, for next year, the Falcons already have like one of the easiest schedules. They like top 3 with the easiest schedules. If Penix can just give just a little bit what he gave them last 3 games, and he can have a breakout year, I feel like they definitely can be a. I wouldn't even go. I say a 10-17. I give it a 10-7. The division is really up for grabs. Nobody just force feeling taking over the division. Like,
y'all not winning no 10 games.
Man, we have one of the easiest divisions. I'm giving it 10-7. I really want to give more, but I'm gonna be realistic. I give it 10-7. I can see us winning the division. I'll take that. If everybody come to par, defense, we get drafted, we hit first round, we took 2 pass rushers. Defense could play good, offense could play good. I could definitely see us winning the division and be a dark horse team. AFC wise, I think Denver have another breakout year. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think first year they had a great, outstanding year last year. First round they had to play the Bills. I don't think they just wasn't prepared. They had a rookie quarterback going into the playoffs with Bo Nick. I think next year, if that defense play how they played last year, they definitely can go in. I can see them going further in the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons, and I'm gonna go with the Broncos, Denver.
Yeah, I like that. I really do. Going back to y'all, I really do think y'all division is up for grabs. As in the, speaking on the NFC South, but I'm gonna tell you the team y'all gotta watch for. It's not the Saints. Y'all gotta watch out for the Bucks. Y'all gotta watch out for them Bucks and them Carolina Panthers. The Saints, I don't think y'all will have a problem with this year. I really think the Saints are going to be kind of a little mediocre, but they're going to play. I feel like they're going to play hard, but they're going to be mediocre. But y'all got to watch out for the Carolina Panthers too, man. Carolina Panthers
because it seemed like
sneaky building the team, man.
They are. I like the pickup they got from Arizona, McMillan. They still got the wide receiver Xavier. Was it Leggett? Still have him. They got Chuba Hubbard. Bryce Young. He was looking good after he coming back from getting benched. I like the Panthers. Every time we play the Panthers, we always go out one. We go out 1-1. We win one. They win one. They definitely a sneaky team. With the Bucks. Bucks is another one. I mean, last year we took 2 games from them. One game was a hard fought one, but yeah, the Bucks. Baker Mayfield as a quarterback, he's very underrated as a quarterback. He's almost, to me, in the top 10 quarterback. They got to combine with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Then you got 2 good running backs. They got a decent defense, and they got a decent coach. They got a pretty good coach. Yes, Bucks is a sneaky. They're a sneaky team.
Yeah. I look at it like this. I was a huge fan of Baker Mayfield coming out of college. I'm glad that he has found a hold on, we lost John. But like I was saying, I'm glad that Baker Mayfield has found a home in Tampa Bay. I look at it like this. I feel like he was on the way out of the league. He was on the way out, but he, found that place in Tampa Bay. They needed a quarterback at the time, and he just answered that bell. So, shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. He's definitely a great quarterback. I like Baker Mayfield. I'd have took him in Dallas, But I'm not sure what happened with John. But yeah, I got him back. I got him back, folks. But yeah, I was just saying how Baker Mayfield had made a name for himself in Tampa Bay, turned his career around because I thought he was on the way out. Because Cleveland Browns is kind of, if you ask me, is a kind of a career killer. If you ask me, that's why I didn't really like it for Shador, but he bounced around from Carolina Panthers, had a little stint with the Rams, and he found a home in Tampa Bay for sure.
And I think it worked out. It worked out perfect for Tampa because Tampa was looking for somebody too. After Brady retired, it was like, oh, we don't know what's next. They had Kyle Trask as the next quarterback up. They like, we have to find something. And Baker Mayfield was open to it. They both was open, and that was just a good fit, a perfect fit for both of them.
Yeah. Just like I told the people, he answered that bell that they Tampa Bay needed him to answer, and hey, he got his career. I can see him being there for the next maybe 4 or 5 years before they make a move again. But all right, John, we're gonna transition, man. Talk about our last segment here.
Okay.
What are 3 things that are a must-have at a cookout?
I'm gonna go with cookout wise. It's 2025. The big song now has had them fans, so I don't know. You might need to bring a fan out to a cookout.
Yeah.
But I'd say my 3 things gotta have gotta have the baked beans. Give me baked beans. Give me the macaroni. Give me hot dogs.
Glizzy.
Gotta have a glizzy. Gotta have a good glizzy with the ketchup, mustard, onions, everything on it.
So you got baked beans, you got hot dogs, you got macaroni and cheese. My 3 things are you gotta go with burgers. You gotta have a good burger. Let's see what else.
Hold on, with the burger, when you throw the cheese on, do you putting cheese on it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ain't nobody just eating no hamburger. We want cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger,
We don't
yeah.
do hamburgers around here. But yeah, give me cheeseburgers. I'm gonna go grilled chicken on the grill.
Okay.
And hey, man, you gotta have some alcohol around, man. Gotta have
Okay.
alcohol.
That is right though.
And I say honorable mentions. A spade game going on somewhere. Spade game. Something to do for the kids, that kind of thing. But my 3 must-haves is hamburgers, grilled chicken, and alcohol. Gotta have alcohol.
So you telling me you're gonna have the grilled chicken, you're gonna have the hamburger, you're gonna have the alcohol with no sides. So we ain't eating no sides.
You bringing the sides?
Man, we ain't having no
This thing
sides.
cookout.
Man, what happened to the dessert? Ain't no dessert afterwards.
Hey, man. Hey, it depends, man. It depends on what cookout. Who come to the cookout. I don't really care for dessert. I'm not really a dessert guy. If I'm going with dessert, I'm more of an ice cream guy. I gotta have a taste for like cake and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bring the cookies.
All right. Tell me what's your top desserts then?
top desserts. I'm going. Gotta go.
Cupcakes.
I gotta go with the cupcakes. Give me the red velvet cake, and
That's a good choice.
yeah, give me ice cream.
Ice cream. If I'm going dessert, it's got to be ice cream. Ice cream is the number one thing. I like red velvet cake. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
but I also like them. I like them little sheet cakes that you can make straight out the box. Betty Crocker.
Oh, the Betty Crocker. Okay.
Yeah, with the cream cheese icing on it. Got to be
Oh yeah,
cream
with
cheese.
okay with the cream cheese. Yeah.
I remember my mama. She probably gonna see this too. This is a real true story. I remember. I was never a fan of like traditional birthday cakes, like the ice with the icing and all that stuff like that. I told her to make me a sheet cake with cream cheese icing on it. That's it. That's all I want. Just a regular cake. Give me a box cake with the cream cheese icing on it. Put me a couple candles on it. I was a happy camper. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
They
gotta have
got
that
you.
cream cheese, boy.
Gotta have that cream cheese. Cream cheese
Yeah.
come through every time.
Yeah. All right. That wraps up this episode of We the Ones podcast, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please, man, please, sir, hit that subscribe button, like button, and leave us a comment. We appreciate all the love support. John, I appreciate you, my brother, from the A to the H. Appreciate you for joining me tonight, man. Hey, and maybe we'll get you back on here again, man. We'll definitely get you back on here again. We appreciate you.
I enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all for having me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, folks. We'll see y'all this weekend. We gone.